Welcome to the Dream Life vlog number 8. Here we'll show you around Azienda Gracia and what we usually do during the weekends. From the road, we have to walk and cross a stream like 5 to 10 minutes. So we did a bridge and steps along the way. Then when we get to the farm, I check what's growing around the garden to check what I can harvest and what I need to plant some more. Here I have my veggie plots. The farm is sloping, so we need to make plots. This one, I checked my ginger plant, which I planted during the quarantine, and now it's ready for harvest. Aside from the vegetables, we're also growing some animals here. So we have this stingless beehive that is ready to split next month during our seminar. Bees are very important in a farm because they help pollinate the fruits and vegetables that we grow around the farm. So we plant more flowers, we take care not to use pesticides. We also make sure that our kids know farm chores, so they know how to prune plants, how to plant, how to harvest. So starting the kids early with farm chores is for us a necessity, and of course also letting them enjoy. Here we're planting squash on a previous plot that we planted with alogbati. So we make sure to rotate our crops. So here my son Ijil and Dongkoy doing the garden. So farming is not just for the old. You could also teach the youth already to know how to plant. This one is our peanut garden. We planted peanuts from the regular ones that you can buy, and then now it's starting to flower. So maybe in a month or two, we can already harvest our own peanuts. So it's one of my dreams to be able to make my own peanut butter. This one, we are intercropping all the time in the garden. So it's a companion planting method where we plant a vegetable and a partner vegetable that will complement each other. So for example, here we are planting mint around the perimeter of this plot where we planted kangkong. So the mint acts as a pest repellent. At the same time, it also helps the kangkong stay away from pests. So for example, in this plot also we're planting double mint alongside eggplants and also ginger. So the herbs or the ginger will act as like a barrier so that pests will not go. This is my son enjoying the mud. The soil in the farm is sort of a clay type, so when it's wet it's very slippery, and it's fun to just swim and slide along the muddy puddles. So this one is a garden that we did during the quarantine, and we are replanting it now because we have already harvested the previous plants here. One of the methods also that we do is to put a mulch over the plots. So we clear the grass along the area, but we do not burn or throw the grass cuttings away because we cover them. We put them in the plots to cover the seedlings. So it's a mulch. At the same time, it also acts as a barrier. This one, we are really making a lot of pocket flower gardens for the bees. This one is a portulaca na begonia plot, which is blooming profusely. The substrate here, we put in biodegradable composted materials and then top with soil and rabbit manure. So you can see that it's really blooming. And then one of the problems is we have wild bees on the toilet making a house, and we don't know how to prevent that yet. So this is my mom explaining to Ijil how she does her plants, and then teaching him how to propagate ornamental plants. So we have a combination of ornamental and edible plants also in the garden. My mom loves to garden. So it's November 2, it's All Souls Day. So here in the Philippines, we always have sweet sticky rice or biko. It's a favorite, and my auntie cooks the best biko in the world. So time for harvest. We are harvesting our roselle for roselle jam making when we get home. So we just harvest the mature pods so that we can also save the seeds for the next season's planting. So in here in the farm we have around maybe 100 plants, stalks of roselle growing. Now we're also here propagating some more flower meadows for the bees. We first planted cactuses here on these recycled tires, but I think the cactus does not like the weather in the farm because it's very cold. So we're putting flowering Vietnam rose or portulacas around it, so the bees will have more flowers to feed. In gardening, you don't really know the perfect solution, but you learn as you grow, and then you just keep on planting, see what works, see what styles works best. And then we also involve the kids here. They are putting rabbit manure on the plants to help fertilize it and grow. Another method we're also intercropping is putting lemongrass strips along our fruit trees. So you can see the bamboo poles have guyabano seedlings, and then we are planting lemongrass interchangeably around the guyabano, so it acts as like a barrier to the guyabano. And then we can also harvest the lemongrass. We love it to put in soups or make into juices and teas. So from one big lemongrass plants, we're able to plant maybe around 50 to 100 new lemongrass. So here, this is one strip, and then from the lemongrass strip, we put like a pathway or a canal where water can pass through safely. So it's one method. You just need to like plant. When we go to the farm, we plant something every week. So every week something is growing, and if that plant dies, then we plant again the following week. You may notice our sweet potato plot there growing already. So maybe we'll be able to harvest, maybe not, but we're enjoying the kamote tops already for salads. And then this one is our poultry area. So we have goose, we have turkey, guinea fowls, and ducks. They're placed in one location with a bathtub from the freshwater spring above the farm. We're putting them together for now, but they'll be in separate enclosures. We're still working on the areas for them. This week we also planted sugarcane, just for seedlings first, because we just got one cutting at home and then we propagated it. As long as you keep on planting, it's not really a guarantee that all the plants will grow, but as long as you keep on planting, then you're good, I think. From these 4 seedlings, then hopefully we can get some more seedlings so we can plant more sugarcane and maybe propagate it in our Leyte farm. We're also adding more, planting more cuttings from the sweet potatoes. There are areas that it did not grow well, so we're planting more. Looking around the farm, this is how it looks now from the tree house. That's my quarantine garden plots right there. So you may notice that the land is sloping, so we really need to make contour plots around the farm, and then a rainwater collection well right there, which can also serve as maybe a fish pond, but it's not done yet. That's the one mahogany tree that we're not cutting because it's protecting the slope. This is the roof of the rabbit tree. We're trying to grow a green roof here, so the whole rabbit tree roof will have green cover. I'm not sure if it will work, but it's growing right now. All these plants are grown from the roof. They just grew from bird poop and then seeds that grow. This one is a black jade vine we're growing on a bamboo pole trellis. So far it's looking good. Hopefully we'll able to see see the bloom someday. From there, we have on the right our flower gardens, then some ornamental and medicinal plants that we're growing beside the tree house. Portulacas is also edible, so as much as possible we're planting plants that are edible, or maybe someday we can sell as seedlings for ornamental plants. So that's the tree house there. It's not yet fully done, but at least we are able to live in it already after 1 year. So this this farm was started November 1 of last year, so we just had our anniversary. So walking there, we are trying as much as possible to grow our plants on elevated plots, because the soil here is not really good yet. So we're trying to amend it with organic matter, chicken manure, and rabbit poop. So this garden is fully organic, and you can see even if it's fully organic, it is possible to grow ornamentals and edible food and fruits here. So it's a painstaking process, but seeing your plants grow and then you're able to harvest is one of the best feelings in the world. So if you plant something and it dies, then don't be disheartened. Just plant again. Just plant and plant every day. Just grow something and you will learn. This is part of our cactus collection that my mother is growing on bamboo poles that she collected from the discarded plant from the bamboo of the tree house. And then going down the steps is our toilet on the bottom, and then we've also put concrete stepping stones with flower patterns, and then planting also ground cover. So this one is a mani plant that we're growing on the soil, so that it can it's a nitrogen fixer, so it helps heal the soil. So you can see it's already partially covered the ground from the flower meadow up to the tree house. So I think that's a good sign. It's growing well, and the plants are also looking good and happy. So it's a labor of love, but at least it's something that we love to do. And with the pandemic that's ravaging the whole world, 2020 is a hard year, but there is a possibility that 2021 will be more hard, because all the savings are already depleted, and then we don't know yet when this COVID pandemic will end. So it's better to prepare this year, start growing, start learning new skills, and then just try as much as possible to be self-sufficient at home or in the farm. If you don't have a farm, then at least start at home. Start growing something. Just start doing something every day. Grow your own food, or be self-sufficient, or learn a new skill. It is important so that we do not only survive as a family, we also help other families. We also inspire other families to do the same, and then the ripple effect will take into action from one family to the next family to the next family. It's how we will survive no matter what kind of pandemic that will come. We cannot be ready enough, but at least we have done our best to safeguard our family and also safeguard the people that are around us. So thank you for joining me in this farm update around the farm, and then hope to see you all again next week for another update. And then just keep dreaming big, and then live the life of your dreams. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe.